With 5 terrific bowlers, and you'll see over the course of the next 4 weeks some great Candlepin bowling. Bruno DeFeo and Rich Cocchi, our first match. Steve Reno, Dan Allard, and Dave Hodge waiting in the wings. It will be Bruno DeFeo first to bowl here this afternoon at Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire, as we begin our second ladder series of the season. And we're happy to have you with us for Candlepin Stars and Strikes on WNDS TV. Bruno DeFeo from Winthrop, Massachusetts. First ball, missed the head pin, but they're still falling.
That, however, was not a helpful pin going down. Take a little tougher shot now to make this a spare.
We have an awful lot of cards and letters to get to, and that's a great spare by Bruno to start out. These guys know each other pretty well. They're both from Winthrop, Massachusetts on the North Shore.
And they bowl on the same league.
Bruno working on the spare right on the head pin.
There's a nice fill. Simply a 5-pin with no wood to worry about. A direct shot. The way the bowlers like it most of the time. Except that time.
But he missed it.
So there's a gift to Rich Cocchi, who has yet to throw a ball.
A 9-box for Bruno. Now our first look at Rich Cocchi. 33 years old, from Winthrop, Massachusetts. Works as a longshoreman in the port of Boston. He's done that for 12 years. Has 2 sons. Justin is 2.5 and Richie is 8. Big Celtics follower. And his favorite player is Paul Pierce. And here's hoping Paul Pierce has a big year for the Celtics this year. And Rich almost made a remarkable spare. But he'll be open in the first frame. 112 is his average. High single of 151, high triple 420. A 650 in the roll-off to earn the number 4 seed for Rich Cocchi.
There was only about 32 pins between the first and the 5th seed bowlers this time around. Dave Hodge at 667 and Bruno DeFeo at 645.
That'll do wonders for butterflies right there, a strike like that.
Well, talking to him before we started today, he seemed very calm and very much together. Didn't seem rattled at all by his first time on TV.
First time on TV, he's a little rattled and a little nervous.
Didn't show it.
Bruno DeFeo throws a pretty good first ball there.
3-pin sliding over just a little bit to the left. He's also got a piece of wood between the 3 and the 6.
Bruno's been bowling for 23 of his 34 years on the planet. Missed the spare. The moving of that pin cost him. Bruno's a chemical operator for Raffi and Swanson in Wilmington. He has a daughter, Kayla Nicole, who's 5 years old. Says in his hobbies he's a big follower of the NHL. What's he doing these days to pass his time with no National Hockey League? Maybe he's enjoying the AHL, but he's enjoying the NFL, and of course who's not enjoying it with the success of the Patriots around here. Last time on TV he was the number 2 seed. He was beaten by Steve Reno 386 to 360, and Steve Reno will take on the winner of this match next week.
So we could see a repeat, a chance for some revenge on the part of Bruno DeFeo. Yeah, on the triple strike jackpot, never too early to start thinking about that. $600 for a bowler today if he can knock 3 strikes in a row. And here's Rich Cocchi, who's got the first. But it ends there. So there's the 4 horsemen on the left side with the 9 and the 10 in the back row, and some wood between the 2 and the 4 pins. Well, to put him 2 pins behind Bruno DeFeo through completed boxes, 38 to 36 through 3. Up against a 9 box from Bruno DeFeo in the 4th.
Michael got a nice note from Reverend Charles Hood, who is from Beverly, Massachusetts, and he writes he's the president of the Beverly Senior Citizen Club. They have a bowling league that meets at the Beverly Bowlomat every Monday morning. They provide free shoes, coffee, and donuts. He calls the league the Golden Roller. Most of the players are between 70 and 90 years young, and the 3 gals on his team are called Charlie's Angels.
Of course.
And he says, I know that you're interested in the history of bowling. Bowling was introduced to Salem, Mass. as early as 1869. And here's an article that he enclosed from the Salem News, which
well,
shows
it couldn't have been candlepin bowling,
no. A picture of the Irishtown Bowling League, 1933-1934, in Federal Alleys in Salem.
Wow. There was no more lane for the ball to occupy before it finally took out the 7-pin for Bruno DeFeo, his second mark in 5 boxes.
Our thanks to the Reverend Charles Hood for sending along
You know, people are sending
that
us
information.
You know, bits of their archives. I mean, that newspaper article's what, 70 years old, Dick?
Yep.
It's in beautiful condition, hardly yellow at all. We thank you for sending that along. We do appreciate it. I know that our viewers do too. That wasn't supposed to happen. Capping the first piece of wood, still leaving the 7 and the 9. I'm sorry, the 6 and the 7. Three marks in a row is worth $50 for our bowlers. And we keep adding more money on after that.
Rich seems to warm up to the TV lights in a hurry. Ooh, he just missed it. Another note from Beverly Beloff, who is from Rochester, New Hampshire, and she says she starts off by calling us her dear young men.
Talking to us?
Yes.
Oh, we'll take that.
Oh, nice shot right in the 1-3 pocket by Rich Cocchi. She heard us mention Leicester, Massachusetts on one of the earlier shows, and she's from Leicester, England.
Oh.
And it brought back some nostalgic memories for her. You are the best, she says. Keep it up. I love you both. Beverly, we love you. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
writing.
Beverly. Well, there's the third mark for Bruno DeFeo, but he's just barely hanging on to his lead. Actually, he's technically a pin behind through 6 completed frames.
Right in the pocket. The 4-pin still stands.
Both our bowlers have missed single pin spares today with no wood around them, so opportunity now.
We've talked so many times in the past about those shots are just not quite as easy as they look.
For these guys, it's pretty routine, but you know, nobody's perfect. And there's back-to-back marks. Bruno DeFeo, he gets another one next frame, $50 in cash. High bowler today, high single string, gets another $50. Lots of ways the bowlers can earn some extra cash besides the prize pool.
High string is worth $50.
Our runner-up today will receive $200.
And the ball still on the lane, still alive. Now it falls off. And Rich is asking if we should remove the ball, and we will play it as it is. And he'll have to take a 7-box. Now he's up against another Bruno DeFeo mark. That one's off the head pin. Played it well. Could not quite slide the head pin over to the 6 and 10. And a 9 box.
So the bowlers that you almost got to see on this ladder, who just barely missed making the TV show, missing by 2 pins, was Warren Carl. He came in 6th in the roll-off. Dean Sullivan, 7th. Evan Mazzaferro was 8th. Mark Lavoie coming in 9th. Tied with Eric Pelletier, who we've seen before. And in 11th place was a Nashua guy, Leda Lane's bowler, Anthony Pastore, who we've seen many times over the last couple of years. So
7-10 with Wood for Bruno. He had a good head pin shot, but left with the 7 and 10 with Wood and not able to convert. Candlepin Stars and Strikes on WNDS TV, presented by Tri-State Megabucks and the games of the New Hampshire Lottery Commission, and by McMulkin Chevrolet, Nashua Mitsubishi, Nashua Hyundai, and Nashua Cadillac, all the dealerships of the Thompson dealerships in Nashua. And that'll be an 8 box for Bruno.
both bowlers possibly going to be under their averages. Although Bruno at 123 only needs 5 pins. He's got it right there.
He's trying to kick over that 8 pin, but wasn't able to do it. He's got the 6 and 10 on the right, the 8 on the left with a piece of wood in front of the 8 pin. Going to try and slide that 6 pin. Oh, just missed. He's at 127.
Yeah, another board to the right. I think he might have been able to scoot that 6 pin over.
Right, 128, I should say, and a 129 first string for Bruno DeFeo. Rich Cocchi could use a marker or two to narrow the gap right here.
His only marks, in fact, have both been strikes today.
Missed the head pin there.
This is not an easy one. The 1, 8, and 10 with some wood up against the 8 and the 10.
Could not make the 8 pin.
It looked pretty good, though,
yeah,
going down.
I thought he had it. And the 10 box, 98.
Mark would be very helpful here to stay within range of Bruno DeFeo, the much more experienced television bowler. Bruno's been on Candlepin Stars and Strikes 15 times, another 5 times on the old Channel 5 show, so he's got 20 bowling matches on TV under his belt. And a very seasoned bowler next week, Steve Reno. Next week will be his 100th television appearance.
Been on more than you and I. An 8 box, a 106 first string for Rich Cocchi. A 23-pin lead for Bruno DeFeo as we head to string number 2 from Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. We continue with Candlepin Stars and Strikes on WNDS TV.
I'm Forbes Horton, and I graduated from UNH with a degree in marine and freshwater biology. Aquaculture is simply farming the oceans in a responsible way that allows us to provide food for human consumption. Funding secured by Senator Judd Gregg has allowed us to become world leaders in the field of offshore aquaculture. That's allowed a kid like me from Portsmouth to work right in his own backyard. Judd Gregg has made a difference in my life, and he's also making a difference for New Hampshire.
I'm Judd Gregg, and I approve this message.
I think Judd likes mussels, and that's pretty cool.
Explorers, Rockwoods, Cobras, and Starcrafts. These are just some of the new conversion vans you'll find here at the New England Motor Car Company, South Nashua, New Hampshire. Come down to see our great selection of conversion vans. Now is the best time to get discounts and rebates or 0% financing on all 2004 GMC vans, like this 2004 GMC extended conversion van with more room for your whole family. Or stop by and check out the new 2004 GMC 4-door high-top conversion van, now with all-wheel drive. We have dozens of pre-owned vans to choose from, the largest selection in New England, starting at only $39.95. And of course, we always have specially equipped vans for the physically challenged. Dodge, as well as a variety of used vehicles for as low as $39 per week. We service what we sell right here and carry all accessories like TVs, VCRs, and running boards. So come by the New England Motor Car Company on the DW Highway, South Nashua, New Hampshire, next to Jordan's Furniture.
Having trouble getting around is keeping you from what's important? Then Lakeside Mobility and Scooter can help. We are your mobility specialists, offering a complete line of Pride scooters and Jazzy power chairs. By providing excellent customer service, we can help you gain access to affordable funding. We at Lakeside Mobility can't promise you free products, but we can promise you great Pride products and great service, all at an affordable price.
Call us today at 1-877-652-7772.
Rich Cocchi set to bowl to start the second string.
And not a bad first time out for Mr. Cocchi. 106, just 6 pins under his league average, bowling out of Central Park Lanes in Eastie and the Friday Night Traveling Pro League, which of course goes everywhere. That one looked good enough to be a strike. Everything gone except the 4-pin. He'll shoot that cross lane from right to left.
Catching up on some old mail left over actually from the summer that we didn't get to read in our first ladder series. Mary Bartone, who is a constant contributor. Mary's from Canton. Sent us in a newspaper article from the Enterprise, the Brockton Enterprise, I believe, on John Lang of Whitman. Broke the Hanover Bowlodrome single string mark with a 215, and we congratulate John on that string.
Nice. Hope that will be officially sanctioned and recognized for him. Don't know if the story goes on to tell that or not. Well, that shot was all set up for him. The 1, the 6, and the 8 with some wood between the cluster of pins, which probably would have gone nicely. We'll see if he get it on the second attempt. Oh, sure. It always goes easier on the second time, doesn't it? Bruno DeFeo enjoying a 23-pin lead starting the second game.
Breaks up the split, the 6 and 10 on the right with some wood, which is rolling far away and could be problematic. Not as easy as it looks because it's so far away from the pins. Oh, Bruno played it well and picks up the spare.
Bruno's first time on WNDS TV. He was 18 years of age, which would have been 16 years ago. And he lost to the late Tom Morgan on his first time on television. I'm sure many of our new bowlers shared the same fate, losing to the great Tom Morgan.
This article from the Enterprise from last April, actually, about John Lang and his 215, which broke the previous mark set by Pete Williams, which was a 206. In that string, Lang had 10 marks in a row, 6 strikes and 4 spares on his way to a 215. I'd like to do that once.
Hey, look it. You should be happy with the 141 game you came up with against me last spring. I'll never do that again.
I exceed that this year. I think I'll try to get a little better this year.
Well, that's kind of interesting. He's got a whole cluster of pins. I think, was that the 9-pin that slid over behind the 5-pin?
Yep. There's 3 in a row back there right now. It's kind
Triple
of an odd.
wood.
Yeah. Oh, he got it back door.
Look at that.
Came in the back door.
What a shot. The beauty of this game, you see some bizarre combinations of pins. He's had trouble following up 2 good boxes in a row in terms of the first ball, and he misses the head pin out of the left, leaving 5.
This article about John Lang mentions that he's been on WNDS TV's Candlepin Stars and Strikes. Must have been prior to us. I don't remember it.
We took it over in 97 from Dan Murphy and Doug Brown. Giving Paul Willett a bit of a hard time. He wrote down 99 accidentally
instead of 49.
Instead of 49.
It's an angry crowd here.
Boy, you know, nothing escapes their wrath. Let me tell you something. You and I know that all too well.
Make a mistake and they jump right on it.
Oh, you pay and pay and pay with this crowd. But we love them.
Bruno with a tough shot here. And he did well to come out of it with an 8-box.
Beauty about candlepin bowling, you just rack them up again and get a fresh new set of 10 sticks after a mess like Bruno had. Pins are falling very nicely today for some of these off head pin hits. There's the 1, 2, and the 5 with the little wood to the left of the 2-pin.
I want to say hello to Barbara Cahan from Medford. She's a regular here for the past 7 or 8 years. So she's undergoing some treatments right now. She usually sits right behind us. The gang misses you and hopes to see you back soon as we go to the break. Bruno DeFeo in the lead over Rich Cocchi. We continue from Leda Lanes in Nashua. It's Candlepin Stars and Strikes on WNDS TV.
I'm Jeb Bradley, and I approve this message.
Congressman Jeb Bradley. His leadership and experience have cut taxes for New Hampshire's working families and small businesses, creating new jobs. Jeb's fought to lower health care costs and for the safe importation of prescription drugs. He's worked for better schools and a cleaner environment. And Jeb has stood up for our veterans and a strong, secure America. A record of fighting for all of us. Now more than ever, Congressman Jeb Bradley makes sense for New Hampshire.
Shipe family is now celebrating 100 years of serving the New England area with the finest in quality window fashions. Shipe's features an incredible array of ready-made curtains, matching bed ensembles, verticals, mini blinds, and pleated shades, and one of the area's finest selection of shower curtains and bath accessories. So we invite you to drop in, and you'll be delighted with the best little curtain shop in New England, where there is always something on sale.
Well, no one could ever fault you for choosing the Toyota Camry on its good looks alone. Its immense popularity has, and always will be, tied to its undeniable dependability.
If you take a cruise, you're back in 5 days, and all you did was eat, you know, and you've got absolutely nothing left, you know. This way, it's always going to be here. People that had never been here before, they can't imagine what's out back, you know. We've had company 5 or 6 times. Everybody gets up in the morning when they feel like it. You never have to look for anybody. They're out here with their coffee, no matter who they are.
That's when it's really nice. First thing in the morning with your cup of coffee, you can see the birds playing around in the bird bath and the feeders. It's a lovely atmosphere.
Discover the difference a better living patio room could make in your life. How in less than a week, and for just a fraction of the cost of adding a conventional room, you can transform your old unused deck or patio into a whole new lifestyle.
Wish we'd have done it sooner.
Well, I didn't think we'd enjoy it this much. We use it for our own relaxation now all the time. If you figure how much use we get out of it, I think it's a good investment.
A better living patio room truly is the affordable way to enlarge your home and improve your lifestyle. Call for this free information right now and see just how Better Living lets you custom design the room that perfectly fits your needs and budget.
I knew we'd be out here every day, but it's our favorite room.
I don't think I've been in the living room since we had it. I love the house, but it's a different atmosphere altogether. I bring everything out here, you know. It's just beautiful.
With the information, you'll also receive a special limited time savings offer, which could save you hundreds of dollars. Call for this free information right now.
This is even better than we had expected. It's made a lot of difference. It's very relaxing, and now that we're retired, we spend an awful lot of time here.
No matter where we go or what we do, we never can wait to get home. You always can't wait to get home, you know. That's enough of this, isn't it? You know?
Any time is our favorite time out here.
I guess it's what we always wanted.
Rich Cocchi ready to bowl on lane 34 at Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. Dick Lutz with Mike Morin and our entire WNDS TV crew.
Another pin that moved probably 5 inches off its spot, Dick. That used to be the 3-pin, I think. And now it's in the position almost of the head pin.
Rich Cocchi will try to mark here and narrow the gap, and he missed it. Kevin LaFon's our director here today. Keith Webb, our engineer. Kristen Doobie's on replay. Rich Burke's on audio. Greg Amabello and Larry Haber operating the cameras as you watch the finest candlepin bowlers in the world each and every week on WNDS TV's Candlepin Stars and Strikes. Some great things are happening at WNDS TV, and we hope to have more to tell you about it in the future. But keep your eyes and ears right here over the weeks and months ahead. You will be pleased with what you see and hear. Nice shot.
Third mark now for Rich Cocchi, C-O-C-C-H-I, new to Candlepin Stars and Strikes, but certainly not new to bowlers on the North Shore area and the Winthrop area, where this gentleman, Bruno DeFeo, is also from.
And a strike for Bruno on top of the spare. So maybe we'll give away some bonus money, which we haven't done yet this afternoon. $50 for 3 marks in a row. Here you see the 7-pin will be the last to go, and it does go. Bruno looks for 2 in a row, threw a good ball.
I mean, it was a little bit full, but it was a little bit left of center. That could have gone easily.
Doesn't seem fair. The wood is set up here, though, that Bruno could convert this. That piece of wood leaning on the 9-pin could slide over and take out the 7-pin. We'll watch it. Here it goes. There it goes. Oh, it took out the 7-pin and left the 9-pin.
I think that's where he wanted to hit it, too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow. Well, it's a good fill and a strike, nevertheless, although a spare would have been a lot nicer.
And a 10 box. I thought for sure he made the shot.
Me too. But what do we know?
Only enough to get us into trouble. Rich Cocchi, lane 34. Threw it past the head pin. Just 4 pins in the mark. Good ball. Good spare. 2 in a row for Cocchi. He's looking for bonus money. Right in the pocket. And look at what he has to show for it. The 5-10 with no wood. Got a nice note from Barbara and Roland Olson, who are in the audience here today, and they dropped a note off. Mike, love the show. We just celebrated our 52nd wedding anniversary. We met at King Philip Alley's when we bowled with the Greendale Lutheran Church League. Remember fondly the Y Church League and the Telegram and Gazette tournament, the good old days. My dad's uncle was owner of the Strand Alleys in Worcester, Carl Gunnarsson. So I guess it's all in the blood. We now bowl with the Holden Senior Center League. We've been trying to get here for years, but there was always a conflict of some sort until today. Keep up the great work. Happy to have you with us and hope you enjoy the day of Candlepin Bowling at Leda Lanes. And Barbara and Roland Olson, nice to have you with us.
Probably should point out, Dick, the next time that we'll be taping here at Leda Lanes for people like those good folks who came up for the first time, Tuesday, the 9th of November. Tuesday the 9th at Leda Lanes, beginning at about 10 o'clock, but get here earlier for a better seat. Tuesday the 9th of November. I'd love to have you in the audience with Barbara and, I forgot his name.
Roland.
Roland.
Right on the head pin, right through, and a spread eagle.
Back-to-back shots. He had the spread eagle last box, but with a 5-pin to make it even worse. So now he's got another difficult shot.
Take the 3 on the left, now go for the 3 on the right. We love to hear from you. Our mailing address is WNDS TV 50 Television Place, Derry, New Hampshire 03038. You can email us at bowling@WNDS.com. With all of the changes that have been going on at the television station, and there have been a lot and more to come, our email was down for the past couple of weeks, so we did not get any new emails to pass along to you. I'm sure they're backed up in the system. And once we get the system back up and running, we'll collect all of your emails that have been sent over the past couple of months and pass them on to you as well.
And we do try to answer them when we can, so if you've written to us recently without a response, chances are we have not received it. We apologize. We'll do our best to get that corrected.
10 box for Rich, who missed a spare because one of the pins moved on his first ball, widening the gap between the two pins. He's at 110 through 9.
So he'll exceed his 112 average this string, and he's staying very close to Bruno DeFeo on this one.
Right on the head pin. 3, 6, 10 on the right, 7 on the left. The wood is angled perfectly to deflect the ball into the 7 pin. Let's see if it works. There it goes. There it goes. The spare for Rich. Why don't they listen to me more often? Nice spare for Rich Cocchi. He's at 120 plus a ball. He threw it to the second pocket and got a good fall of 7. A 127 for Rich Cocchi in the second string. A chance to pick up some ground on Bruno DeFeo if Bruno does not mark in either of the last 2 boxes. Bruno could add to the lead if he double marks here. Oh, look at that. How far did that pin move?
That is now the 8.5 pin.
Yeah, around there. That was the 9 pin. It's moved to the center of the lane. That pin moved about 5 inches.
At least.
Bruno's right on it for the spare. I don't know if we have that replay to show you. I guess we don't, but that really moved an awful lot. That pin was the 9 pin, and it slid to its left and just stayed upright. Bruno missed the head pin on that one, but look at this. Puts 8 in the spare and has another opportunity. So he will gain ground in this string. He's already at 128. Gains at least a pin.
And he's got the high string of the day so far at 129. With the mark, he'll go above that.
And a spare. 130 plus a ball for Bruno DeFeo. Watch how far this pin moves on Bruno's first ball if we get a chance. Watch it slide across. You saw it in pretty quick time. It moved across there from right to left. Here's Bruno on the spare. Again, he missed the pocket, and he puts 5, 6, 7 in the spare. A 137 second string for Bruno DeFeo. He adds 10 pins to his lead. He leads by 33 as we head to string number 3. From Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire, you are watching Candlepin Stars and Strikes on WNDS-TV.
And I approve this message. For 10 years, I've been a strong, independent voice for New Hampshire in Congress. I've fought for lower taxes, more special ed funding, a cleaner environment, and lower-cost prescription drugs from Canada. No political party tells me how to vote because they know from my record I'll put the people I represent above politics every time. My record of independence isn't something you find in Washington every day, but it's the New Hampshire way, and it's the best way I know.
If you take a cruise, you're back in 5 days, and all you did was eat, and you've got absolutely nothing left, This way, it's always going to be here. People that had never been here before, they can't imagine what's out back, We've had company 5 or 6 times. Everybody gets up in the morning when they feel like it. You never have to look for anybody. They're out here with their coffee, no matter who they are.
That's when it's really nice. First thing in the morning with your cup of coffee, you can see the birds playing around in the bird bath and the feeders. It's a lovely atmosphere.
Discover the difference a better living patio room could make in your life. How in less than a week, and for just a fraction of the cost of adding a conventional room, you can transform your old unused deck or patio into a whole new lifestyle.
Wish we'd have done it sooner.
Well, I didn't think we'd enjoy it this much. We use it for our own relaxation now all the time. If you figure how much use we get out of it, I think it's a good investment.
A Better Living patio room truly is the affordable way to enlarge your home and improve your lifestyle. Call for this free information right now and see just how Better Living lets you custom design the room that perfectly fits your needs and budget.
I knew we'd be out here every day, but it's our favorite room.
I don't think I've been in the living room since we had it. I love the house, but it's a different atmosphere altogether. I bring everything out here, you know. It's just beautiful.
With the information, you'll also receive a special limited-time savings offer, which could save you hundreds of dollars. Call for this free information right now.
This is even better than we had expected. It's made a lot of difference. It's very relaxing, and now that we're retired, we spend an awful lot of time here.
No matter where we go or what we do, we never can wait to get home. You always can't wait to get home, you know. That's enough of this, isn't it? You know?
Any time is our favorite time out here.
I guess it's what we always wanted.
Bruno DeFeo has a 33-pin lead over Rich Cocchi as we head to the third string at Leda Lanes in Nashua. Right through the middle, he starts off with a spread eagle.
Be a good time to let you know who the Pro Bowlers of the Year were for last season. For the women, it was Joanne Rosano. No surprise there.
I'm shocked.
And the runner-up was Ricky Justice from Union, Maine. Let's see how many pins Joanna Rosano defeated by only 47 pins, 44 pins. So congratulations to both those bowlers. The 10 box. And as far as the men, Bob Whitcomb was the top Pro Bowler of the Year, WCBC rated #1, 70 pins ahead of a very familiar name and face, Gary Carrington, who was the runner-up Pro Bowler of the Year, followed by Dick O'Connell, Chris Sargent, and Mark Gregory.
Now there was a pin, that 10 pin started to move straight up, but it ran out of lane. It finally went into the gutter and fell over. Replay? Watch it again. Watch the 10 pin on to your right. Watch it slide, watch it slide, watch it slide, and finally it falls off the alley and has to go down. Got a note from John, I hope I pronounce it correctly, Jadjul from Worcester, Massachusetts. Don't know if I ever told you that I was from Worcester.
Well, look at this. Look at this. I've noticed now when you drive to Worcester, you know, where it says "Welcome to Worcester," birthplace of Dick Lutzk. So apparently this campaign to get acknowledgement is working.
Nice shot by Rich.
But of course I love, what's the town near Worcester, the whip capital? It's
whip capital. Now,
yeah.
Why would you know that?
Well, you know,
I'm afraid to ask.
Doing the radio show, I'm always running across interesting trivia facts, and there's a town, Westfield.
Well, Westfield's up around here, actually. Westfield's out. No, Westfield's out in western Massachusetts.
Yeah,
out near Springfield.
I believe.
Here's
well,
a nice
somebody
shot.
will let us know, but I believe that the whip city is Westfield.
And your interest in whips is?
You know what it is.
Bruno DeFeo working on a strike. Mr. Jadjul's note is coming up here after Bruno's first ball. Thanks for bringing bowling back on TV on your show on Channel 26 on the Worcester cable. Been a bowler, let's see. Most times you bring up some of the alleys that were here in Worcester. He used to set pins back in the late 40s at Waples Pool and Bowling Alleys on Millbury Street. Went to the Worcester Library and looked up old telephone directories. What alleys have been around in Worcester, and he lists a whole bunch of them. We've been down this road before.
Well, if he gets a spare here, it'll be 3 in a row. Our first bonus money
Bruno
situation
looking
today.
for some bonus money. And he's got a pretty good shot at it. That wood is far away from the pin, though.
Drive it straight back, you'll be all set.
And he did. $50 in bonus money for Bruno DeFeo.
Who is having his way with Rich Cocchi at this point. Although Rich is on one mark, he can try to keep that 30-plus pin margin from getting any larger by a couple more marks here.
He lists 14 alleys from 1947 to 52, and then another 13 alleys after 1952, a total of 27 in Worcester at that time. We've had varying numbers and varying lists that have been sent to us over the years. It certainly was the hotbed, wasn't it?
Birthplace of Candlepin bowling and Dick Lutz, two things that go together.
And Whips.
And Whips just down the road in Westfield. There's the 1, the 9, and the 10. The piece of wood is not going to cozy up to the 1 pin, so it's pretty much you're on your own with this without any help. Although it could come into play, actually.
He gave it a good run. He threw it right where he had to throw it and didn't get a break. And that'll be an 8 box. We go to break with Bruno DeFeo enjoying a big lead over Rich Cocchi as we continue from Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. Heading down the home stretch, it's Candlepin Stars and Strikes on WNDS TV.
My name is Sister Sharon Walsh, and I've spent practically my entire life working with moms and their children at a time in their lives when they're very much at risk. A few years ago, we faced some real challenges. Senator Judd Gregg picked up the phone, said, "What can I do to help?" He's been extremely important to us being able to continue to operate the program and for lives being changed, and changed for good, forever.
I'm Judd Gregg, and I approve this message.
Floors, Rockwoods, Cobras, and Starcrafts. These are just some of the new conversion vans you'll find here at the New England Motor Car Company, South Nashua, New Hampshire. Now is the best time ever to get huge discounts or 0% financing on all our 2004 vans, like this new 2004 GMC Super Extended van for larger families. Or stop by and check out the new 2004 GMC high or low top all-wheel drive conversion vans with more room and options for your dollar than a full-size SUV. We have dozens of pre-owned conversion vans to choose from, the largest selection in New England starting at only $39.95. We've got specially equipped vans for the physically challenged, as well as other cars, trucks, and SUVs for as low as $39 a week to fit your budget. We service what we sell right here and carry all accessories like flat-screen TVs, DVD players, and running boards. So come by the New England Motor Car Company, located on the DW Highway, South Nashua, New Hampshire.
Well, Bruno DeFeo has really opened up some daylight between himself and Rich Cocchi. With 6 boxes remain, Bruno has a 51-pin lead, plus whatever he gets on this ball, working on a mark. Bruno throws a good first ball, puts 8 in the mark, and another spare opportunity. So the lead goes up to 59 with 6 boxes remaining.
You'll see Steve Reno next week. He was 3rd in the ladder series of 5 bowlers. 2 weeks from today, Dan Allard, who we saw last spring, and Dave Hodge is your top seed, another young bowler. Both Dave Hodge and Dan Allard, our 2 top seeds, are from the town of Methuen.
Bruno now with 4 marks in a row. And another good first ball. Trying to add some more bonus money. Missed it.
That's too bad.
So the bonus money string runs out at 4 marks. And he'll have to settle for a 10 box.
Still an 86.5 for Bruno DeFeo. And Rich Cocchi has got to roll up his sleeves and pretty much go nuts here.
Rich threw it past the head pin that time. Look at another pin. That pin slid about 4 inches out. It was the 6 pin. And now it's well out in front of the 10 pin, creating a gap between the 3 and the 6. Well, we've seen pins do strange things here this afternoon. And that'll be a 9 box. The lanes are in great shape. They're always kept in great shape here at Leda Lanes by Ray Simoneau and Sean Howard and the staff at Leda Lanes. They keep the conditions top-notch, spick and span all the time, and they do a great job at accommodating the fans who come to watch Candlepin Stars and Strikes each month for our monthly tapings.
even providing free donuts and
Coffee and
coffee.
donuts.
I mean, in this day and age, who does that?
Nice shot by Rich. And a mark for Rich.
Wow, 69 pins down with 4 boxes to go. Bruno DeFeo is in the driver's seat and appears to be headed for a collision with Steve Reno, a collision that he lost last time they bowled together on TV.
And there's a strike, and that'll just about seal the deal. He was 1 pin away from having 6 marks in a row.
And it was a single pin that he missed as well.
Right on the head pin that time as well, but right through. Almost the spread eagle. The 7 pin went down.
So put a 6 in the strike field for the 7th frame, and the best he can do is a 10, but that'll be quite a tall order with this configuration.
In the 7 box, he's at 119. He's at 385 with 2 boxes remaining. So he's sure to hit 400.
Bonus ball, Dick, will be worth $50 at the end of today's match.
Chance for you to play along at home.
That's right.
And all you have to do that is send a postcard with your name, address, and phone number, and pick a number from 0 to 10. And send it to Leda Lanes, 340 Amherst Street, Nashua, New Hampshire. And we will enter you in the bonus ball contest. And you'll have a chance to win the cash prize. And Rich closes out with a strike. No, that's the 8th frame.
Yeah,
2 more boxes to go. I don't want to end it too soon.
But it'd be nice to see him get a couple more, Dick, and close out with a $600 bonus day. Plus the runner-up money that it appears he'll be receiving at $200. Don't think he won any bonus money otherwise.
Nope,
today.
did not. We're trying to give Bruno some more bonus money if he has an opportunity.
A 6-pin all by itself. Wood is not really much of a factor.
And a spare for Bruno.
So he's going to have 400,
mark.
Dick.
Yep, 6th mark in the string for Bruno DeFeo. 4 in a row earlier gave him $75 in bonus money. That was right in the 1-3 pocket, a little bit full. Put 7 in the spare. And a spare for Bruno.
That was a great shot.
Didn't think he was going to get it the way he played
No.
it, but it worked out perfectly for him.
These guys know the angles. They've seen just about every combination before, and they've got a little Rolodex in their brain of how to shoot each one, and Bruno executed perfectly.
A strike here for bonus money. Not going to do it. He's going to put 6 in the spare and a 152. 3rd string for Bruno DeFeo, a 3-string total of 418 for the veteran from Winthrop, Massachusetts, and he will advance to take on Steve Reno next week. We'll watch Rich Cocchi try to win some bonus money here as he works on a strike. Throws a good ball, but doesn't have much to show for it. And he missed the spare, so he's going to be open in the 9th frame. Put 7 in the strike. And an 8 box. He's at 94 and 327.
So he'll end up just about hitting his average today, which for 3 would be 336.
Right through the middle. So Bruno wins $75 in bonus money, and he wins $50 for having the highest string in the match, and he wins the opportunity to advance to next week's match against number 3 seed Steve Reno. Bruno DeFeo defeats Rich Cocchi at Leda Lanes in Nashua by a final score of 418 to 337. We'll come back to meet our bowlers and play the bonus ball contest right after this on WNDS TV's Candlepin Stars and Strikes.
Now's the time to take the time. Do it for yourself and your family. Nashua Athletic Club, get in the knack of it. A healthier tomorrow starts today, and we'll be there to help each and every day. Now's the time to take the time. Do it for yourself and your family. Nashua Athletic Club, get in the knack of it.
No matter which member of the Thompson family of dealerships you visit, you're sure to hit the mark. Nashua Mitsubishi, wake up and drive with the hottest imports on the market. Nashua Hyundai, when you get more and pay less with America's best warranty, you win. McMulkin Chevrolet Cadillac, break through with the best cars and the best value. As always, we'll be there. Shopping at the Thompson family of dealerships is like bowling a perfect game. You can't miss. It's all off the DW Highway in the Automotive Village, South Nashua.
Bruno DeFeo defeats Rich Cocchi by a final score of 418 to 337. We'll hand out the money first. We'll give $200 to Rich Cocchi, runner-up prize. Everybody's first time on television, they tell us they experienced the butterflies. I would expect that you're no different. You felt the butterflies at the beginning.
Oh, yeah, I did. You know, it was, little butterflies out there. Bruno's a great bowler. I bowled him all year. So, it was a good time. I came a long way to come here. So I'll be back again, though.
I hope you will. You got the strike in the second box, I think it was, in the first ring. That goes a long way to taking the butterflies out, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Then I missed a couple of 9 drops, but it's all right, though. Had a good experience, though.
Rich, you bowl on the Friday Night Pro League with some of the best Candlepin bowlers anywhere. Do you find that bowling with those guys has elevated your game some?
Oh, sure it did. It's a big experience for me out there, So.
What do you think you'd be averaging if you weren't bowling with the pros? Probably 5 pins less anyway, huh?
Probably 5 pins less, yeah.
Sure. And do you have any goals for yourself? Because this is your first time on TV. Do you have any goals for yourself as far as an average or what you'd like to accomplish?
No, not really. Just want to try it again,
Oh, yeah, you're hooked, right? You got to come back.
Try to get better week after week. Rich Cocchi, thanks very much. Good luck to you. We'll see you again.
Good to meet you.
Rich Cocchi, our runner-up here this afternoon. And now our bonus ball contest. Bruno DeFeo will step on a late 33. We'll tell you in a minute what Bruno needs to get. Mike reaches into the bin. And let's see, this is Teresa Pino, I believe it is. I hope I'm saying it correctly. From Derry, New Hampshire. $50 in the bonus ball jackpot. And Bruno, she wants you to get a 7. You got to get a 7 for Teresa Pino of Derry. $50 in the bonus ball jackpot. Let's see if Bruno can knock down 7 pins and we'll have a winner. 2, a consolation prize from N&R Trophies in Winchendon, Massachusetts for Teresa Pino of Derry, New Hampshire, and we congratulate Bruno DeFeo. What was it? 418, $75 in bonus money, $50 for having the high string in the match. How well do you know Rich? You're both from Winthrop. Do you see each other a lot?
I've known him my whole life, so we always bowl. We bowl together Sunday mornings, Tuesdays. We're together quite a bit, so I know him really well.
What is it about that particular area, Winthrop, East Boston,
the whole North Shore?
Why is there such a concentration of bowlers? It seems like if somebody just woke up in a space capsule, I'd say, wow, this must be a great planetary game, but it's confined mostly to our area.
It's Central Park Lanes, the bowling alley that we bowl out of. It's tougher than most places to bowl at. So if you keep bowling there, it seems like when you go to other places, it's much easier than it is bowling out of there.
Plus the competition.
Right.
You've got some of the best bowlers in the world.
We always bowl there at Woodside, Joe Stella. We're always bowling together there for money and stuff like that. So.
Of course, that's Mike Aruzione's neighborhood. Do you ever see him roll into the lane?
Oh, I haven't seen him yet at all, no. Yeah.
Now, Steve Reno next week. Last time you met Steve Reno, he got the upper hand.
Well, we'll see what happens. It'll be tough. He's always tough, so we'll see how that goes.
Bruno, congratulations to you. We'll see you next week. Bruno DeFeo, our winner here this afternoon. He defeats Rich Cocchi by a score of 418 to 337, and up the ladder we go.
You mentioned Steve Reno. Next week will be his 100th television appearance over the many, many years that he's been in front of the light, so it should be a good time.
He should be a member of AFTRA by now. For Mike Morin, I'm Dick Lutz. For our entire crew from Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time on Candlepin Stars and Stripes.
And Candlepin Stars and Strikes is brought to you by the Thompson family of dealerships in Nashua, New Hampshire, and by Tri-State Megabucks and the New Hampshire State Lottery, helping New Hampshire schools one ticket at a time.